everybody, it is Nikki here with Delicate Tarot, and this is going to be a reading for the sign of Sagittarius today. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or if you just have a lot of Sagittarius placements in your chart. This will be for the time period of May 1st through the 15th, or whenever you should find this video. I do consider these messages timeless, and when you find them, you're probably meant to hear them. Keep in mind it is a general reading. So, with that being said, not everything's going to resonate with you. Don't force your story to fit. If it doesn't fit, go check out another reader. There's plenty of them on YouTube, and they're all equally as awesome. We do have a full moon in Scorpio on May 7th, so be prepared for that. It is the last of the supermoons that we're going to be having this year, so it is going to pack quite a punch, especially with the fact that we do have Pluto in its retrograde until October 5th right now. We also have Venus retrograde in Gemini, so a lot of things coming back from the past to be either exposed or dealt with. There's an element of a lot of truth happening. There's an element of things coming to the surface so that they can be healed. So let's get to it. If you do end up liking this video and it does resonate with you, please like, share, subscribe, or comment down below as well. What's going on with Sagittarius from May 1st through the 15th, please? So we have the Well. I definitely think you're in a period of deep manifestation. There is a part of you that is waiting. It's almost like this anticipation but patience at the same time. I feel like whatever you've been wishing for it for a long time, and you've been setting your intention into place in order to make something happen. But it's definitely, you're definitely at the precipice of something big. Let's see what's blocking you. It's a lot of cards. Show me what's blocking Sagittarius, please. So we have the Page of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. You might be so fixated and set on one specific outcome that you're not really allowing any wiggle room for something to show up in a different way. Show me what's happening in Sagittarius' subconscious, please. We have the Four of Cups in reverse. One more card. And we have the Ace of Wands. I do feel like subconsciously there is new passion that has entered your life, especially if you felt a little too stagnant, or as if things just consistently stayed the same, right? You wanted something new, you wanted something exciting, which is typical of Sagittarius energy. You guys are kind of like movers and shakers. You need movement in your life, you need travel, you need expansion. Expansion is really big for you guys. Boredom does not suit you well. So let's see what happened in the recent past here. Oh, okay. So we have the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Swords. You might have walked away from something that just wasn't working for you anymore. This could have been a quite painful situation to detach from. This could have been you or another person that made this decision. But I feel like you just experienced the last of something and you were like, I'm done. You're like, I can't allow the insomnia, the anxiety, thinking about this too much. Like, I just need to walk away from it. I can't do it anymore. And also because I think you understand there is something more for you out there, or there's something that still needs to be obtained on each side. Show me what's happening in Sagittarius' higher self. The Fool. Yep, you're getting ready to take that brand new leap of faith. See what's happening in the near future. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse, the King of Cups in reverse, and we have the Emperor in reverse. Somebody might be coming towards you, but they're not coming towards you in the best way. This is a very selfish energy. This is an energy of somebody just wanting what they want, and they're going to say and do anything to get what they want. This could also be you blocking out that energy as well. this person isn't where they need to be just yet. So if this is the person that you walked away from in the past, please know that when they come back, they're not fully ready. They're just not. So make sure that you ask certain questions. Make sure that their intentions are fully known. If there's anything that you see or read between the lines, I would back away. Because this person still needs to kind of take responsibility for the way that they've acted in the past. They also need to take responsibility for how it is that they truly feel, and they need to take responsibility in a way that involves verbal communication that is true. Show me what's happening in the emotional sector for Sagittarius. So we have the Nine of Pentacles. You could be feeling pretty well right now. I think you're definitely very secure within yourself and within your environment. Financially, you could be doing not so bad. You know, you could be doing pretty well. We have Judgment. And then we have the Ace of Cups. I kind of feel like, for some reason, with this energy, it almost feels like winning the lottery in a way. I feel like you've rediscovered this sense of self and this sense of purpose that has really just kind of woken you up to who it is that you really are. And now that you're tapping into that energy, I think that it's actually creating this really interesting tangible form of abundance in your life. I think the more secure you feel with yourself, the more secure your surroundings or your finances become. I also think you know that this energy is going to be coming back in. Like, you can feel it. They could also be going through a pretty difficult time. Maybe they're having to reconcile with a lot of their past, and they're kind of paying for it now because it is a very karmic energy. Show me what's happening around Sagittarius. Yeah, Page of Cups in reverse. The Empress in reverse. Four of Wands in reverse. And the Page of Wands in the upright. I think that this person might have established either a living unit or they established what they thought was secure. I feel like this person jumped into something too soon and they could have felt a lot of deep love. But when I see the Page of Cups in reverse, it's kind of like that puppy love that fades away with time. It's like when people say I fell in love at first sight, and then within 2 to 3 months, they're like, who the fuck did I end up with? This person thought they were choosing somebody who was solid and stable, but they're not. And I think that that's starting to prove true in their environment. So I think that that was a very karmic situation for them to be in. It's almost like realizing that somebody is a false soulmate. And because of that, I think they're wanting to journey outside of the situation and come towards you. Let's see what's happening in the hopes and fears here. We have the Ace of Swords. And we have the World. I think you just want the truth. And I think you know the truth deep down. I think you know that this is somebody that you're meant to be with, but at the same time, it's like if they're not going to stand up and they're not going to change and they're not going to admit certain things, it's not even worth your time anymore. You've been doing this for a really long time because the world is it's almost an excruciating cycle at times because you have to go through each lesson and each element of the card before you can reach the end result, which is the world. And that usually is the completion or closure or closing out of a very difficult cycle and being rewarded. So I feel like there's parts of you that are beginning to see the fruits of your labor, right? But I also feel like you just want to know the truth. You want to know the truth because there's something about, I wouldn't be surprised if we get the High Priestess in here because it almost feels intuitive in nature, the way that you know something. I don't like using this term very often, but this could be a situation where you might feel like this person's your twin flame. And I do think that they are, but at the same time, like, they might have, whatever relationship that they were in, they felt like that was something that was more close to that description than you. They may not even know what that is, you know what I mean? But it feels very false twin flame in terms of the person that they were involved with. Let's see the far-reaching outcome here. What's the far-reaching outcome here for Sagittarius? Got the Seven of Swords. There still might be a little deception or withholding of information. Kind of already picked that up with that Emperor in reverse, Knight of Cups in reverse, and the Queen of Swords in reverse. I don't know if they're going to sit and tell you the whole truth. I think you're going to have to prod for it, which might make this person uncomfortable. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. We have the Eight of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, I feel like this person's going to be very, very slow in the way that they expose the truth. Like, it's going to take time for them to talk about this, but I think it's also going to take time for them to work on themselves and to work on their immediate environment, especially when it comes to letting go of whatever this was. I also feel like this person sees how hard you're working in your life, and they're nowhere near that. Let's clarify the wealth here. That's a lot of cards. Damn. Okay. So, for the well, you have the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands. That's a lot of new beginnings you're trying to manifest. The Three of Wands, and you've definitely been waiting. And then the Hanged Man in reverse. But I think that you've been enlightened as to why you've had to wait. You could also be dealing with a water sign, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. They could also have air in their chart, so Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. And maybe a very strong Aries placement, like an Aries North Node, or Aries and Mars, or Mars and Aries is what I mean to say. Let's clarify the Two of Pentacles in reverse and the Page of Pentacles here. King of Pentacles, yeah. I think you're definitely trying to manifest either physical, tangible abundance in your life, maybe starting your own business, or it could be manifesting a more stable side or a stable partner. Let's clarify the Four of Cups in reverse and the Ace of Wands. Six of Pentacles. So yeah, you've really been trying to give to your passions. I think that all of the energy that you're doing, you're giving it towards whatever this new energy it is that's starting to swell up inside of you. I think you're trying to give your energy to the people who need it the most, and not people who create stagnant energy for you. Let's clarify the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Swords. The Star in reverse. Whatever it was that happened between you and this person in the past, I feel like it was because you couldn't find resolution or healing in the situation. Maybe somebody was refusing to actually heal the situation. Or maybe somebody just wasn't paying attention to the fact that it could be healed. So at the end of the day, you just had to walk away. Let's clarify the Fool. We have Strength. So you're definitely entering into this new cycle with a lot of awareness. You know what you've been through in the past. I think you know how to spot the red flags, but I think you also know how to tame the beast within you, as well as the beast within another person, and it might be why they're coming back towards you. Let's clarify the Queen of Swords in reverse here. Let's clarify the Queen of Swords in reverse. Ace of Pentacles, so somebody definitely wants to start off on a new page. Let's clarify the Knight of Cups in reverse. The Fool and the Queen of Wands, so there you are. And let's clarify the Emperor in reverse. Three of Swords, yeah. Somebody wants your energy. Somebody needs what it is that you give. The Queen of Wands is a quite generous person. She's very, very loving, very nurturing, very passionate when she speaks. When she's talking to you about the way she feels, she's going to be very direct and passionate at the same time, which can, usually be a really nice thing to have. There's a lot of charm and charisma around her. But I feel like it's almost like now that your energy is starting to pull away in a more definitive way, now they want to come in and start off something new. And I feel like whatever this catalyst is that's happening for them as well has really triggered that too, because I think they ended up getting hurt. And maybe whatever it was that hurt them finally made them realize the way in which they hurt you. They might have gotten a dose of their own medicine. Let's clarify the Nine of Pentacles here. the Nine of Pentacles, we have the Devil in reverse and Temperance. So you definitely worked really hard on cutting out anything that was toxic in your life in order for you to establish this kind of harmonious bounty. Or even harmony within yourself. Let's clarify Judgment here. We have the Emperor in reverse. I'm telling you, man, he's getting hit hard. He is getting hit hard. It is definitely Judgment Day in his life. I think he's really having to pay for the things that he's done. So very, very karmic. Such a karmic cycle. And with Pluto being in retrograde, it's another extra dose of karma. There could have been a situation that happened between you guys around this time last year, because we also had a Pluto retrograde going on at that time as well. And I feel like there was big decisions that could have been made where you guys could have moved forward together, but they chose something different, and now they're paying the karmic repercussion for doing that. Let's clarify the Ace of Cups here. Yeah, man. Nine of Pentacles, you are doing fine on your own. I think you're really learning to love yourself. And I think because you're learning to love and value yourself more, the way that this person acts is not even entertaining in the slightest. I think it used to be because of the place or the position that you were in prior. Maybe there was something about this person that you felt like you needed. But now that you're on the other side of things, I think you're seeing... And let me step back for a second, because I do believe that this is somebody you're meant to be with. But I think what you became very aware of is the fact that if they don't match your energy, there's no way it's going to work. Like, if they're not in the same level or position as you are, it's just not going to happen. So you kind of, I think you really released that in terms of the outcome. Let's clarify the Page of Cups in reverse here for what's going on around you. Page of Wands in reverse. Let's clarify the Empress in reverse. Five of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Yeah, I think they got a dose of their own medicine. Let's clarify the Four of Wands in reverse. Knight of Cups in reverse. And let's clarify the Page of Wands in the upright. Wow, wow, wow. Eight of Cups and Six of Cups. This person is definitely hauling ass back towards you. Maybe not hauling ass, but, you know, they're kind of starting to step up a little bit. I definitely feel like this person gave them a dose of their own medicine, whether it's being flighty, non-committal, ghosting. There's something here where I do think this person ended up actually falling for this individual, and then they realized that this person was not who they thought they were. And now because of that, they're coming back in your direction. Or they're hoping that you come back to them. Let's clarify the Seven of Swords and the far-reaching outcome. Nine of Cups. Let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Eight of Wands. Let's clarify the Eight of Pentacles here. Eight of Swords. A lot of eights. There's a lot of energy surrounding karma and infinite lessons. Let's clarify the Page of Swords. I feel like you guys can do this a lot. Like, I feel like this has happened a lot between you and this person. And it's going to keep happening until you get it right. For the Page of Swords, we have the Ten of Pentacles. And then let's get the Four of Pentacles in reverse here. Okey-dokey. We have the Four of Cups in reverse, the Two of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. So in the outcome, I think that there is going to be some stuff that comes to light. Maybe this person was dishonest about the way that they felt about you, or dishonest about certain things, and I do feel like the more that they open up and tell the truth, the more happy it's actually going to make you feel, because I think it's going to be very positive. The communication will pick up when the time is right. I feel like they have to get out of this difficult cycle first, though, and really it requires them to work really hard on themselves, as well as whatever, like, childhood issues or trauma that they have, because they have a lot of anxiety, and they feel very stuck right now, and I feel like it's almost as if they keep repeating a pattern that they can't fucking get out of, and they don't understand why. Like, where you've broken the pattern, they haven't. And they're still trying to figure that out. But I do think they're going to gain a higher perspective on where the root of the pattern is. You've already figured it out. You know what the root of this person's problem is. But I think that once they do figure it out, that's going to be where, you know, finally you guys can kind of be on the same playing field. Because it's going to require them to change stuff in their life. Like, where they're dissatisfied, they have to change it in order to discover their happiness, and they're the only person who can make that decision. King of Cups in reverse on the bottom of the deck, so you're definitely either dealing with a water sign, or I shouldn't say or either or. You're dealing with somebody who has heavy water in their chart, and I think their issue is they don't fix what they broke. Instead, they might dive into substance abuse, so it could be drinking, drugs, sex, anything to escape their emotional situation, instead of finding wisdom. Oh, okay. So right off the bat for the clarifiers, we've got island, we have tornado, desert plateau, and then we have forest. So yeah, there's a really interesting, it's very, very interesting that these are a lot of places. Because I feel like the positions in which you guys gain clarity are different. Like for you, I feel like you kind of have to be secluded and on your own. You have to be by yourself to kind of work out your feelings. But I also feel like whenever you are working out your feelings, this person kind of comes in and creates some chaos for you. And then you're back to feeling kind of lost, right? But I feel like in experiencing the way that you feel lost, you gain a higher perspective. And I think that gaining that higher perspective kind of helps you move through the darkness, or moves through the uncertainty, with knowing that you'll come out on the other side. Because it's almost as if the terrain that's coming up, it's like it keeps changing. So I feel like you're changing with it. You're adapting to the terrain, and I think this person has a really hard time adapting to change. So when big changes come up for them, it's very hard for them to adjust. And for you, you just kind of try to move through it the best that you can. You try to acknowledge where you're at and how to acclimate within your own environment. All right, Sag. Well, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, or comment your own personal experience down below. If you are interested in getting a personal reading done, my website is in the description box, as well as links to the decks that I use. It'll go to the artist directly, so you can purchase it from them. And then you can also check out my Instagram as well, where I do daily card pulls for collective energy, as well as weeklies, tarot tips, you name it. All right, I'll see you guys next time.